Well, welcome. I'm Dr. Johnny Franco, board-certified plastic surgeon here in Austin, and I have the pleasure of being with the insta-famous Dr. Matt Nykiel in Southern California,
Thank you,
SoCal plastic surgeon.
Thank you, Dr. Franco. Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me. I'm
I'm
excited
doing
about
great.
this.
No, I'm glad that we could connect. For our viewers, this is our first video vlog here, and really something that you and I have been thinking about for a long time, and
Yeah.
really because of the need out there for it. If you want to tell us a little bit about how this brainchild got started.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it right on the head, right? This is something that really you and I have been talking about for about 2-3 years. And the reason, the whole way it kind of came up was, one, I think we banter well together, and it's entertaining to watch. I think that's always the first thing. But more importantly, we were really unhappy with a lot of the educational content out there. And to be honest, a lot of the really good, great educational content is actually buried in some really old school websites that nobody goes to anymore. And nothing's kind of caught up with newer sort of technology. And we thought, well, why don't we just build this in these short, quick little interviews, sort of, back and forth segments where we hit key topics in a little short period of time and really convey real information to people. And I think that's part of really the huge thing. What do you think, Dr.?
Yeah, and the other key part here, and people who see our videos over the next course of months and years will see that we don't always agree on everything, which is why I think it was important for us to do this together, because it's not just my point of view, it's not just yours, and people will see that we don't agree on everything, and it really kind of sheds the light. I think with some of the great stuff out there, there's Real Self, there's other some internet spots, but it's hard to kind of counterpoint a lot of those things. Somebody basically can say something, but it really goes unchecked. That won't be the case between you and I.
No, and actually, I think like that'll be some of the most.
Say something crazy, Dr. Nykiel.
Yeah.
I have a question or two for you.
Some of the most entertaining, and honestly, I think some of the best educational, informational things. One, it'll be funny to watch you and I argue with each other because we do it well. We've been doing it since, I thought it was 2007. That's when you and I have known each other, since we started working together, 2007. And then the other thing is you'll be able to hear two different points of view. And I think, sometimes it's not even about the treatment. Sometimes it's just, you and I both sculpt bodies in different ways sometimes. So sometimes it's just we have two different artistic views. And I think that's an important topic that we'll hit at some point in time, which is find a plastic surgeon that meets your artistic view, right?
I agree. Why don't we get started by, do you mind just giving our viewers a little background on yourself so they kind of know where you come from and where you're at now?
Yeah, I think it's great. So we hit it up, right? So you and I knew each other in 2007. The reason we knew each other in 2007 is that's when I started residency. You were a year ahead of me. Doesn't mean he's better, though. Does not mean he's better. St. Louis University, so we were down in SLU. Really spent 5 years together, 4 or 5 years together. Then you went off and did your residencies or fellowships, and I went off and did my fellowships. A fellowship at Stanford, where I did a little breast reconstruction, advanced reconstruction, was faculty at Stanford. And then I went and did an ACEPS fellowship in cosmetic surgery, which, as you know, 13 spots in the world to do it. And then I ended up in Southern California, and through being Insta-famous, which is great, and I love it, we have been able to create 2 locations, a location inland Southern California and Newport Beach, sort of our travel destination location.
I think you had a couple of key topics there. Is one, the fact that you are a board-certified plastic surgeon, that you went through a formal board training, and that's a topic that we'll definitely hit up on one of our future shows, but at least for a quick little moment, just a little nugget that I don't want to get missed on there.
Absolutely.
My background as well, we obviously spent some good time together in plastic surgery training during those years of residency.
Yes.
I did do an aesthetic fellowship as well in Miami, and then practiced in Miami for another 3 years afterwards before coming to Austin, Texas, number 1 city in the world. Please don't move here. We got a lot of people already.
That's weird enough. Keep Austin weird.
Keep Austin weird.
Don't forget about it, but you did some recon stuff too, though. You did some really advanced microsurgery stuff.
No question. Before going to Miami, I went to Taiwan and Belgium and just had some experiences there to learn some unique things. And while in Miami, I did some head and neck reconstruction and so forth. But like you, my practice has pretty much evolved to a pure cosmetic practice. And I think for anything, when people are looking into their surgeons, people like the idea when someone specializes in a few procedures. And, and a lot of it doesn't stem from just you and me. We've had many talks about this. it's our teams. When they come to the office, our staff knows how to help them.
Yeah.
The surgery center has a great idea, which really streamlines and ultimately leads to better results for our patients.
I couldn't agree with you more. You caught me mid-drink of my coffee, but I can't agree with you more. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, it occurs to me, we want to keep these videos probably around like 3 to 5 minutes, so we're running out on time really quick here for this first one. But I think two things. One, every once in a while we should share a good story from our SLU days.
Sure.
That from our residency days. We'll have to edit it down to make sure that it meets HR. You know what I'm saying? And two, while we should always introduce ourselves as Dr. Nykiel, Dr. Franco, I think really, we should refer to each other as we would normally. And normally you would refer to me sometimes as Matty Poo, and I would refer to you as John John. So if people hear that,
just so they know,
just so there. All right. So with that, we should get started with segment 1.